Forgot to open up my webcam. Waste the World of Sports crew, ahoy! How is everybody doing? Welcome along the Bledisloe Cup. This is the moment we've been waiting for. I've been excited for it. New Zealand are vulnerable. Lorraine Myers says, good luck, All Blacks. And you know what? I've got a feeling they might actually need it. Never, well, I can't say never, but for a long, long time, the All Blacks have had a stranglehold on the Bledisloe Cup. I really genuinely feel like that is at risk this season. They have not been firing. They've not been in the greatest of form. And they are there for the taking. The Wallabies, for the first time, since John Howard? For the first time since flip phones. Since Twitter existed. Since Facebook existed. The Bledisloe Cup is in danger of heading back across the ditch. The Wallabies, a real red-hot opportunity. How's everybody doing? How are we feeling? Wallaby supporters, we're feeling good about it. All Black supporters, how are we feeling? I'll be very interested to see which rendition of the haka the All Blacks break out. As everybody is upstanding from the national anthems, I'm already upstanding anyway, so we're all good. Vincent Spears music, ahoy mates. Welcome along. Chris Bradley as well. Cheers, buddy, for the upgraded channel membership. Very much appreciate the support, my friend. Sophie Morris to sing the Australian national anthem. But yeah, I tell you what, Defunk, ahoy, mate. The All Blacks are vulnerable. Even at Fortress Eden Park. I mean, South Africa touched them up the other week, a fortnight ago. Absolutely touched them up, a record score. And this All Black squad vulnerable. But looking good, though, this week. Ethan de Groot, Cody Taylor, Tyrell Lomax, Fabian Holland, Tupou Vai, Simon Parker. Defunk, you've got Jorgensen and Cody Taylor in your multi. You know what? I thought about Cody Taylor. Cody's my go-to man. I put Cody Taylor normally and Will Jordan in all my multis. They're just my go-to blokes. But I've just got a feeling Cody Taylor, he's missed out the last time that I had him in. And we'll have to keep an eye on him. Watch, he probably scores 2 tries today. The day that I decide, bollocks it, and I'll leave him out, it'll be the day that he gets 2 tries and makes a complete fool out of me. New Zealand national anthem to be sung by Ironic Clark. Very nice. So yeah, same game multi in this one. Caleb Clark, Will Jordan, and Max Jorgensen. I thought about bumping up to a 4-leg, but for those who joined the NRL live stream last night, we know that I hit a big 4-legger. So we're looking pretty sweet for the weekend. I didn't need to go too crazy. I was happy to just play it safe, do a 3-legger and see how it goes. I've been having a decent run with my Smokies for any time try scorer. Maybe. Oh. Maybe. It's not a huge Smoky, I suppose, because he plays on the wing, but maybe, just maybe, Leroy Carter is due for a try in this one. Chris Bradley, ahoy, mate. Thank you so much once again for your upgraded channel membership. It is very much appreciated. Oh, well, I'll find out in a second what the odds are for Leroy Carter, because I've just gone and locked myself out of my phone for a minute. 1 minute locked out of iPhone for incorrect password. We talk about it all the time, a lot of passion, a lot of pride. The All Blacks have got it all to play for. They were embarrassed a fortnight ago against the Springboks, and they need to rebound. Yes, they're vulnerable, but who knows? That shellacking by the Springboks might have been the worst thing for the Wallabies, right? When you think about it from that perspective, an absolute belting means that there's no chance, 0 chance of a Wallaby ambush here today. The All Blacks will be looking to bounce back. Can they do it, though? This is the problem. Do they have the physical ability to do it? Or can the Wallabies push them pretty close? I'm looking forward to a good game. Let's see Which haka is it going to be? It'll tell us just how much business they mean. I mean, the haka's the haka, no matter which version they do, right? But we'll see just how intense it could be for the All Blacks. Do they go traditional kamate or do they go kapawango? Cody Taylor is leading. And let's see what it is. Predictions, chat room, for this one. Predictions. Oh, you know what? This has got such an old school feeling about it. I'm going to go. Actually, my smoky, forget about try scorers. My smoky is the Wallabies at the moment are paying. Let's have a look. The Wallabies are paying. Oh, God, where is it? I've still got time. Still got time. No panic. I've still got time. The Wallabies to cover the line, I'm going to say. Where do I find this? Wallabies to cover the line, because I think it's something like 13.5 points. 13 and a half head start. The line. Yeah, 13.5. Australia, $1.94 to cover the line is a worthwhile bet, I think. I would take that one. Gamble responsibly, of course. Never gamble with what you don't have. Don't gamble with what you can't afford to lose. So $1.94, Australia with a 13.5 head start. I probably should have chucked that in my SGM. And it's Kapaongo, the All Blacks' main business. Oh, yes. Can I cancel that bet? Can I cancel that bet? This team is switched on. Eden Park, the fortress. I still reckon the Wallabies might just cover that line, though. 13.5. They've been going okay. I would love to see a Rugby Championship get to the end and everybody's on the same wins and losses. Separated only by bonus points. Separated only by for and against. What a peach of a competition that would be. Caleb Clark, Will Jordan, Max Jorgensen, anytime tries. That's my three-leg same-game multi. Bring it on. Kickoff is moments away. Kapawango was the haka of choice, and it looks like the All Blacks are going to be kicking off. Tate McDermott, a great inclusion as the Wallaby scrum half. Okay, he's been a little bit flaky the past couple of times he's come onto the field, but I rate Tate McDermott much higher than Nick White. I know Nick White, the veteran, he's retired again. I'm a big fan of Tate McDermott. Kickoff. Just a couple of minutes away. Referee. Oh, it's Andre Piatti. Andre Piatti in charge. Let's flick over to the other screen. Caleb Clark, Will Jordan, Max Jorgensen. Let's see the ball get thrown around. And let's see plenty of points here in this Bledisloe blockbuster. And the Wallabies to cover the line. That's the other one. Wallabies to cover the line. Ready for kickoff. The countdown is on. Referee blows the whistle and the All Blacks get us underway. They go short-ish with the kickoff, and it's taken just outside the 22 over on that far touch by the Wallabies. McDermott wants another ruck set up before he clears. All Blacks happy to just stand back, let them do it. Tupou goes in to provide some protection. McDermott with the box kick. Lots of height. It's going to go up to halfway. Contestable ball. Pressure on at the back, but well taken by Geordie Barrett, I believe it was, coming through. And the All Blacks are in possession, and they can go straight on the attack here. Roygaard sends it out to the left. And now settling things down in midfield is Cody Taylor, who's driven back in the tackle. Roygaard goes to the right. Through the hands now. De Groot to Barrett. Loose pass out the back by Geordie. And Satiti goes back to collect it. A little scrappy there to start, and they've lost it into touch. It's off the Wallabies, though, is it? And it'll be All Blacks with the line-out throw, but a scrappy start. A loose pass in behind. Cody Taylor with the throw on halfway. Goes to the middle. The Wallabies compete. Taken down by Holland. And the rolling maul is set. The All Blacks march it forward. Now starting to crab sideways. Scooting off down the short side, Savia. And he links up with Roigard. Roigard runs straight over the top. Inside the 22, All Blacks get penalty advantage. Here they come now. Beauden Barrett out to Tupou Vai. Numbers to Burn out to the left. Gaps everywhere. Barrett goes for the kick pass. Looking for Caleb Clark, and it misses everybody. They'll come back for the penalty to the All Blacks. No advantage. Back for the penalty. Boy, what a start, though. They had space to Burn out to the left. Bodie went for the crossfield kick, knowing that they had the penalty advantage anyway. Maybe put it through the hands would have been the idea. No thought of taking the 3 here. The All Blacks want to keep the pressure on. I'd have taken the 3. We all know that I would have taken the 3. Taylor throws to the middle of the line out. Fabian Holland uncontested. Can they get the rolling maul set here? 5 meters out. Still driving forward here, the All Blacks. Now Roigard releases to Geordie Barrett. They're up quickly on him. Penalty advantage to the All Blacks once again. Satiti drives it forward. Bumps off the first tackle. Satiti lays it back 5 out. Roigard with the huge cutout pass. And Tupou Vai standing out there on the wing. Cody Taylor pops it up for De Groot. 10 meters out, the All Blacks still under penalty advantage. Through the hands left they go. Nice cutout ball for Jordan. Jordan onto Clark. Caleb Clark scores uncontested. What a start for the All Blacks. It's tick number 1 off the multi. Caleb Clark with the opening try, 3.5 minutes in. The beast has been awakened. The Wallabies caught short on the right edge defense again. Stuck in absolute no man's land. All Blacks up 5 points to 0. 4 minutes gone. What a start. Kick to come from out wide. Wow. I'm starting to feel very, very nervous about my Smoky call. The Wallabies, rather, to cover the line. Already on shaky ground. 5 points to 0. Kick to come. Beauden Barrett moves in, strikes it well. It holds its line, hits the upright and bounces back. No goal. And it remains 5 points to 0. Good start for the All Blacks. Launching all their attack from inside the Wallabies half. And I assure you, it is 5 points to 0. That's just taking a little bit of time to update, as it does from time to time. Wallabies get us back underway. They can't put pressure on, as Leroy Carter got a lot of protection from the man in front. And a nice early tick off the multi. That's what we like to see. Nice early ticks. 5 points to 0. The All Blacks. Roigard now with the box kick up towards halfway. Keeps it in the field of play. Everybody lets it bounce. And it's well taken by Timmy O'Toole. Wallabies ball. On the attack they go. 5 points to 0. The All Blacks lead. John Michael, ahoy mate. Just wondering if this score's going to update. There we go. Nice drive up the middle by Iki Tau. Lays it back. Wallabies still in possession here in midfield. Caleb Clark with the first try. Wilson, 25 meters out. Staying on the short side. Tate McDermott Gives it off there for Tom Hooper. All Blacks look to drive in over the top. Did they get hands on? No, it's still there for the Wallabies. 6 phases. And now they carry it just onto the brink of the red zone. 22 out. Slipper angling back in. Makes some meters. Nice crash ball from Wilson. Front foot ball for the Wallabies. Pressure on the All Blacks defense. Numbers out to the right. Penalty is given, is it? Yes, it is. Right out in front. Penalty to the Wallabies. Now, this is where decision time comes into it. Are they going to beat the All Blacks by going up in 3s? I think the way the Wallabies have been playing, though, they'll go for the points. They'll go for the... Well, they're going to take the 3. Right out in front. It's an absolute gift. John Michael says Piri Wipu. Piri Wipu to come on shortly. Piri Wipu and Kane Randell. Some good old names. James O'Connor from right in front. Over it goes. And that makes it 5 points to 3. Let's put this up. Let's see. Well, that's the scoreboard. Let's see if I've got somewhere that I can put the try scorers up. That'd be nice. As the All Blacks get us back underway. Wilson lays it back. Pick and go. Opening them up the middle. McDermott up to halfway. This is good. Quick ruck ball. The Wallabies lose it now. Oh, just as I give them a wrap. I give them a pat on the shoulder, and now the All Blacks can counter down the short side. Caleb Clark goes again just outside the 22. And a penalty for diving in. They tap and go quickly. Roygaard goes into open space. Flick pass back for Bodie Barrett. Barrett keeps it alive for Geordie. Cutout pass out to the right where they've got numbers. A huge overlap. Oh, but Satiti angles back in. Tupovai it was, sorry. 5 meters out from the line. Lomax is tipped up. You can't attack the legs like that. It's a penalty advantage. And the All Blacks, 5 out. Hands on illegally. Quick hands from Savia. They'll come back for the penalty as the intercept is taken. Right out in front. It's a gift 3 points. I reckon the All Blacks might kick for the corner here. Nicole Feeney, ahoy there. John Michael, they did Kapalongo. They mean business. The All Blacks, they mean business tonight. 5 points to 3 is the score. Why is this not updating? Oh, it's all going painfully slow tonight. 5 points to 3 is the score. I might have to switch out scoreboards if this one's going to play up. And the All Blacks are taking a shot at 3. I thought they might have pushed on for the try there, but they've now nullified that penalty goal for Australia. And the All Blacks lead at 8 points to 3. A try to Caleb Clark, penalty goal now by Beauden Barrett. And just a penalty goal for the Wallabies. 8 points to 3. 10 minutes gone as O'Connor gets us back underway. Satiti brings it outside the 22. Well, 8 points to 3 is the score. Back to Beauden Barrett to clear. Puts it high. It's going to land just short of halfway. Will Jordan plucks it out of the air. And the All Blacks have it back on halfway. Numbers out to the right once again. Beauden Barrett sends it out there with the cutout pass. Taylor through the hands to Satiti. Satiti met hard by Harry Wilson. Great contact. But the All Blacks back in Wallaby territory. 8 points to 3, I assure you, is the score. For some reason, it's very, very slow to update. "40 metres out from the line. All Blacks go back on the attack. 6 phases. Raven 187, ahoy. Bodie Barrett onto Holland. Through the hands right again. Loose pass. Deflects off the Wallabies. Bowden Barrett goes back to collect it on halfway. Still there for the All Blacks now. 40 metres out from the line in midfield. Roygaard with the dummy. Almost sneaks through. James O'Connor's got him. 8 points to 3 is the score. Tupovai with the strong carry. 35 out. 8-3. There we go. The scoreboard finally updated. Now, the All Blacks go right again, and they find some success. Flick pass back in field. Batted back by Swalihi. And it will be a line-out throw for the All Blacks over on that far edge. The right side of the field. 22 metres out. Lloyd Galpern, ahoy there. Welcome along. Thanks for this. Watching/listening at work. Very nice. Oh, what a bummer to have to work on Bledisloe Cup Day. 12 minutes gone, 8-3. The All Blacks lead. Uncontested ball at the front of the line out. And it's carried inside the 22 by Carter. The All Blacks now set it up in midfield. Quick ruck ball again. Roygaard goes out left for Taylor. Bowden Barrett pops it up for Jordan. Lays it back 15 metres out. Into midfield for Tupovai. A settler just to the left of the posts. Now, Lomax. 6 phases. All Blacks 10 metres out. Inside ball. Doesn't catch the Wallabies defence napping. They've got this up off the ground, do they? No, they've got it to the deck now, the All Blacks. Cody Taylor. Bumps off one. Still 10 metres out. 8 phases in. Roygaard to Vai in midfield. Well defended again by the Wallabies. Over on the right, that's where the success has been for the All Blacks. Simon Parker with another settler up the middle. Now they spread it wide to the right. Geordie Barrett, dummies. Well tackled there by Iki Tau. Quick ruck ball for Savia. Savia's within 5. Big leg drive from Artie. Just a couple of metres out now. Roygaard, dummies. Goes on his own. Tries to burrow under. And driving over the line to score the try is Leroy Carter. Smokey Jones. Well, there we go. Leroy Carter called it before the game. Didn't put him in my same game multi. I said Leroy Carter, just individual bet, anytime try scorer. And there he is. Scores the second try. All Blacks lead 13-3. Kick to come. Sam Valston, ahoy, mate. $13 points to 3. The All Blacks. Well, we talked about it. The beast has been awakened. The Springboks have done the Wallabies absolutely no favours. Bowden Barrett misses another conversion, pushing it out past the near upright. 13 points to 3 it stays. 2 tries and a penalty goal to the All Blacks. Just the penalty for the Wallabies. 13 points to 3. We've got 1 tick off the multi. Our 3-legger. So I still need Will Jordan and Max Jorgensen as O'Connor with the restart. Sends it deep into the 22. Quick ball from Geordie Barrett to Satiti. And the All Blacks set it up just inside their own 22. Fabian Holland carries it outside. Roygaard sends it back for Bowden. Bowden with the clearing kick. He's going to keep this in the field of play, and it's going to be contestable. Swalihi heads back in field. All Blacks go off their feet at ruck time, so they have to release Slipper. Happy to just rumble it up the middle. The Wallabies, 40 metres out from the try line now. Nick Frost lays it back. McDermott thought he spotted some space around the ruck. It's shut down pretty quickly, and they've come up with an error here, the Wallabies. That's poor. That's really poor play. Knock-on advantage here to the All Blacks. Satiti bobbles the ball. Barrett sends it on now for Geordie. And that will probably be knock-on advantage over. They've decided to play on here. The All Blacks not get involved in a scrum. Back to Bodie for the clearing kick. Again, he puts it high, not looking for touch. Contestable on halfway. Caleb Clark spoils, and it sits up nicely for Proctor. All Blacks ball again, 40 metres out. Space again out to the right. But they keep it in midfield, nice and tight. Penalty to the Wallabies. Isolated and holding on as Pollard gets over the top. They missed a trick there, the All Blacks. They had them short on the right-hand edge once again. Nice turnover. 17 minutes gone, 13 points to 3. The All Blacks. 2 tries to none at the moment. Both conversions missed by Beauden Barrett. And speaking of missing, James O'Connor's missed touch. Oh, these mistakes from the Wallabies early, unforgivable. Will Jordan kicks it back to the Wallabies 22. O'Connor, he decides to have a run. The All Blacks chop him down about 25 out from the line. The pick and go is tapped on quickly by Jorgensen. And Hooper down the short side. Yeah, these mistakes. Eden Park, Fortress Eden Park against the All Blacks. An opportunity of a lifetime for the Wallabies to try and get one hand back on the Bledisloe. And these mistakes, you just can't make them. You can't make them at the best of times against the All Blacks. And we come back for a penalty to the Wallabies as Tate McDermott down in back play. 13 points to 3, 18 minutes gone. So I'm trying to find somewhere to just pop the try scorers up for you. It's been Caleb Clark and it's been Leroy Carter. The 2 try scorers. And it's been penalty goals outside of that. Maybe I can grab it from Planet Rugby. I wonder if they would mind. Will Planet Rugby mind me doing this? As, Tate McDermott's leaving the field in a world of pain. Oh, dear. No. That's not good. Tate McDermott leaving the field. Here we go. Let's see. Maybe Planet Rugby won't mind if I do this. The match details, you know? There you go. It's not the greatest, but it's something at least. You can see the try scorers. Penalty to the Wallabies here, and this time James O'Connor makes no mistake with the touch. 18 and a half minutes gone. 13 points to 3. The All Blacks lead, and Tate McDermott has left the field. Tate McDermott, Wallaby scrum half, Gonskis. And he was carried off by the trainers. So, I mean, he is done for the night, believe me. Done for the night. Pollard throws to the middle, uncontested by the All Blacks. Wallabies release it into midfield. And it's set up now 40 metres out. They continue left. Sualihi bobbles the ball, has to surrender in the tackle. O'Connor going down the short side. 35 metres out now. Big carry from Salakai Loto. Ball's out. Cody Taylor comes through to spoil and kicks it back for the All Blacks. Barrett now clears upfield. Nobody at home for the Wallabies. This stays in the field of play. No, it just dribbles over the sideline. Luckily, Jorgensen. Risky business there to let that one bounce. More mistakes from the Wallabies. Not securing the ball. Wallabies throw to the line out. Uncontested again by the All Blacks, rather. And it's easy ball there for the Wallabies. 20 minutes gone, 13 points to 3. The All Blacks lead. And they've come up with another mistake now, the Wallabies. Another mistake at the back of the ruck. Oh, freshly onto the field. Ryan Lonergan for the injured Tate McDermott, and he's dropped it with his first touch. Dear, oh dear. A vulnerable All Blacks team at Eden Park, and the Wallabies have just not started strong at all. Let me say this, John Michael. If somehow the Broncos beat the Panthers tomorrow, I can only hope that we leave that game talking about what an amazing performance the Broncos put in, and we're not talking about the referee. That's all I could hope for from it. Too many mistakes early here from the Wallabies. 20 minutes gone, 13-3. The All Blacks lead 2 tries to none. And it's the missed conversions from Beauden Barrett that's even keeping this one within the 10 points, obviously. 2 missed conversions. Could have been 17-3. Scrum down here will be to New Zealand. Roygard getting ready to feed. Craig Howarth, ahoy, mate. A 10-kilogram advantage to the All Blacks at scrum time. As we know, though, it's all about technique. This is a big drive, though. The ball sitting perilously in the middle of the scrum as the Wallabies now get a second drive on. It's there for the All Blacks, though. Wrap around from Beauden Barrett, then a loose pass. Bounces up nicely for Clark. Caleb Clark taken down by Lonergan. Roygard again, scooting out of scrum half. Gives it back for Carter. And Leroy Carter takes it inside the 22. He's been solid here, Roygard. Could Cam Roygard be the unexpected answer at All Blacks number 9? He certainly started this game extremely well. Artie Savea inside the 22. 5 phases here for the All Blacks. Terrell Lomax. As the Wallabies look to get hands on. Slow ruck ball. Still there now for the All Blacks. But boy, very quick to blow the whistle there and give the penalty to the Wallabies. As they've joined the ruck incorrectly here, the All Blacks. What a let-off. Big let-off. Chris Bradley, what have we got there, mate? Oh, you hope Klein isn't the ref. Well, no, he's not. Grant Atkins is the referee. Ashley Klein refereed last night, Sharks vs Storm. So we're safe from Ashley Klein. Now the referee is calling both captains out. He wants a cheeky little word. And he's just said, let's just keep the discipline up, boys. There's a fair chunk of ill discipline creeping in here, lads. Let's just keep on top of it, shall we? Now, this penalty could be reversed. The original penalty went to the Wallabies. This one could now be reversed. No arms in the tackle. Penalty to the All Blacks. Well, it was originally penalty to the Wallabies. The TMO has interjected, and they've found a no-arms tackle. And Beauden Barrett's going to put this into the corner. Here come the All Blacks looking for try number 3. Caleb Clark scoring the first. Leroy Carter with the second. And here they come now, attacking. 10 meters out, line-out throw. Cody Taylor. This is a big throw, big-time throw. The All Blacks dominating territory, dominating possession. and leading 13-3. Uncontested ball. The rolling maul is set. Taylor has it at the back. That's once as it starts to crab sideways. Roygaard scampers in. And he's going to fire the ball out now after a couple of steps to Geordie Barrett's taken it at first. Receiver. Penalty advantage to the All Blacks. Cut out pass goes wide to the right, in behind Jordan. And it's picked up by Carter on the bounce. Loose pass out the side of the ruck. And again, a kind bounce for Beauden Barrett as the pass goes to his ankles. Penalty advantage still for the All Blacks. Lomax, 10 metres out, carries it back towards the middle of the field. Roygaard digs it out. There's Satiti out the back for Barrett. Quick hands now to the left as Jordan steps inside. Harbour Bridge ball over the top to Artie. Steps back in field. Savia, a metre out, still driving his way to the line. Big Artie. Centimetres short here for the All Blacks. The pick and go, trying to burrow under. They've had success there earlier. Leroy Carter. Half a metre out. Still penalty advantage. Cam Roygaard. Cut out pass for Geordie Barrett. Pops it up for Lomax. Lomax. Millimetres short. The Wallabies defence holding on for dear life here. As the All Blacks right in front of the sticks. Roygaard dives over. Just reward for a solid performance so far from Cam Roygaard. And the All Blacks nab a bonus point. $18 points to 3. The kick to come from right in front. Cam Roygaard's having a standout game. Have the All Blacks found their answer at number 9 at last? It's been a tricky position since Aaron Smith. Cam Roygaard having a belter. $18 points to 3. The kick to come. Barrett puts this one over. 20 points to 3. The All Blacks over the top of the Wallabies. I'll be right back. Back underway, the Wallabies with the restart, deep inside the 22. Roygaard sends it out for De Groot. De Groot with the settler in midfield. Roygaard fires it back into the 22 for Beauden Barrett, puts it high. Contestable kick again. Caleb Clark spoils, but it's well taken by Jorgensen in the end. And Maxi Jorgensen sets it up in midfield, 30 out. Wrap around from O'Connor, back to Sualihi. Sualihi sends it out now wide to the left. Wallabies staying down the short side. Kick through. Chasing is Harry Potter. And it's going to sit up in the end goal where Beauden Barrett grounds it. And Barrett's hurt himself here. Beauden Barrett has stayed down as he dived on that loose ball in the end goal. He's back up on his haunches now. David Tuakara. Ahoy, mate. Mookie. Ahoy. John Michael says, Dan, do you like Chinese food? Chinese food and Chinese girls, my friend. The All Blacks leading 20 points to 3. The scoreboards are all over the place. All over the place at the moment. There we go. 20 points to 3. And coming onto the field is Damian McKenzie because Beauden Barrett is leaving the field. Beauden Barrett is hurt and he is leaving the field. So we've lost 2 from this game. Tate McDermott for the Wallabies. And now Beauden Barrett is heading off. Well, that's a couple of big outs for their respective sides. Damien McKenzie now to come in and steer the ship. Be interesting to see what happened there to Bowden. Scrum down for the All Blacks. 10 short of halfway. Roycard with the feed. Now the All Blacks spread it wide to the left. Jordan up in the line. Gives it to Clark. Clark bumps off the first tackle. 40 metres out from the line now. There's the All Blacks go straight back into Wallabies territory. Savir out to Geordie Barrett. Penalty again to the Wallabies for an illegal seal-off. They haven't quite got it right at ruck time here, the All Blacks. Just diving in, going off their feet. Bouncing this one into touch. They've nearly missed it again, the Wallabies. They've got to tighten up these mistakes and get some ball. So Tate McDermott's gone off the field. He won't be back tonight by the looks of it. And now Bowden Barrett's off the field with Damien McKenzie entering the fray. "28 minutes gone. 20 points to 3 as Pollard throws to the middle. The All Blacks look to spoil. Pollard wraps around the back of the line out, sets it up in midfield. 22 metres out. The crash ball from Salakai Loto. Lonergan sends it left for Wilson, or Hooper rather. Cut out pass for Slipper. Slipper 15 metres out from the line. The Wallabies persistent down their short side. Harry Potter's been held up off the deck, and now in over the top is Billy Proctor. We come back for a penalty to the Wallabies. Proctor gets the turnover, but he was playing advantage. JP LaRue, ahoy mates. How does it feel knowing no team will break that Eden Park record because of the ref? James O'Connor puts this one into touch in the corner over on that left edge. 5 metre line out throw. Here's a chance for the Wallabies. Oh, and we know how close I was to putting Billy Pollard in my multi. I could be kicking myself in a second. I could be about to kick myself. Billy Pollard with a big throw here. 5 metres out. The Wallabies, they've been under the pump. The All Blacks dominating possession and territory. Dominating the scoreboard. For the Wallabies to take some points would be massive right about now. Pollard goes to the back of the line out. The All Blacks almost spoil, but the rolling maul is set. Pollard's got it at the back. The Wallabies pile in. Backs and forwards alike. That's once, says the referee. As it now crabs sideways back towards the post. They release it now. Half a metre out is Iki Tau. And diving over to score the try. Don't tell me that's Billy Pollard. The Wallabies have scored. Son of a bitch. Billy Pollard. Oh, for those who were here in the pregame, you know I was this close to slapping him in my multi. This close. The Wallabies have hit back Billy Pollard with the pick and go. The Wallabies get their first try. And a head clash there. Some friendly fire between the All Blacks. One of them still down in back play as James O'Connor puts this conversion right down the middle, and it's 20 points to 10. What a hit back from the Wallabies. They've been under the pump all half. Those were some important points. Crucial points. And there's one of the victims of the friendly fire head clash. The All Blacks, they're about to lose another one here. That'll be a HIA. So he may have the opportunity to come back. But it was particularly nasty. Oh, that was nasty. Smack. Front face on face as well. They were having a little kiss. A very aggressive kiss. Tamati Williams is on the field as the All Blacks get us back underway. 20 points to 10, 9 minutes to go till the halftime break. Lonergan controls it at the back. Wilson carries the settler. 35 out from their own line now. Lonergan puts this kick high. Box kick up towards halfway. And it's taken by Geordie Barrett. All Blacks ball once again back in Wallabies territory. Roygard sends it right for Satiti. Satiti pops it up for Vai. Just inside Wallabies territory. 20 points to 10, I assure you it is. Scoreboard's been very slow today. Through the hands left they go now, the All Blacks. Fabian Holland. Roygard back for McKenzie to put it high. This one's a little too deep. It won't be contestable. And it's an easy take at the back for O'Connor, who scoots away. James O'Connor beats the chase of Tamati Williams and sets it up just on their own 30-metre line here as Tupou a bit isolated. We come back. No advantage. Penalty to the Wallabies. Big Taniela Tupou just got himself isolated, but penalty advantage, so no harm done. And the All Blacks have got another injury concern now. They're dropping like flies out there. Looks like a dislocated finger, or his hand is shaking. Visibly shaking. 20 points to 10 with 7 minutes to go till the halftime break. Billy Pollard gets the try scoring underway for the Wallabies. And we've seen Caleb Clark, Leroy Carter, and Cam Roygard get the tries for the All Blacks. Geez, Roygard hurt himself in that tackle as well, trying to put the hit on big Taniela Tupou. I don't recommend that David versus Goliath battle. 20 points to 10. There we go. The scoreboard's updated. Well, David, I don't control it. You know, I probably should. I would have a manual scoreboard if I thought I would remember to update it. At the moment, I'm just using Flash Score. Have we all heard of Flash Score? Flashscore.com. So whenever it updates on here. Wallabies find touch on halfway from the penalty. Salakai Loto takes the line out in the middle. It bounces in behind him, and he took it on the second effort. Through the hands now into midfield. Into All Black territory once again. I would set up a manual scoreboard that I just updated if I thought I would remember to do it. Satiti in over the top looking for the turnover. Somehow they've held on to it here, the Wallabies. Through the hands wide to the right, Jorgensen. Flick pass. Goes out for Potter. Harry Potter angles back in. Still 40 metres out from the line. Salakai Loto, another strong carry. Lonergan goes left. Wilson to Ikitau. Sualihi out the back. Puts the fend on Roygard. But then he is dumped in the tackle by Leroy Carter. Suplex City. Again down the short side go the Wallabies. They feel like they've found a weakness there, it seems. Lots of short side attacks. About 35 metres out from the line. Lonergan to O'Connor. And Pollard sets it up in midfield. Taylor in over the top of it, but then leaves his feet. Still there for the Wallabies. Cut out pass to Ikitau is read well. And that's crunching defence from Leroy Carter. What a tackle. The Wallabies now going backwards. But again, staying down the short side. 13 phases. Told to use it. Lonergan has it. And he sets up the box kick. Lonergan sends it into the 22. McKenzie moves forward. And it's been lost forward by the Wallabies. Play on at the moment, though. Lonergan comes away with it. Lonergan with the kick pass. Out here for Potter. Harry Potter takes it. Caleb Clark wraps him up. And we come back for the knock-on. The call has finally been made. It's late. It's as late as my scoreboard, but the call's been made. Knock on against the Wallabies there in that high ball contest. Timmy O'Toole out-leaping Damian McKenzie. 20 points to 10, 5 minutes to go till the halftime break. Yeah, maybe in the next game I'll try a manual scoreboard and just see if I remember to update it. I've got a feeling I wouldn't. As we've got an injury stoppage now, one of the Wallabies down with the trainers. One of the Wallaby forwards. 35 minutes into this one. Defunct 35 minutes into the first half. They could have had some more points, of course. The All Blacks. The missed conversions from Bodie Barrett before he left the field. So that's obviously one of the big talking points from this first half. Obviously, Beauden Barrett leaving the field injured. For the Wallabies, Tate McDermott. Tate McDermott leaving the field injured. Scrum down on their own 22 here. The All Blacks, 20 points to 10. They're up. 4.5 to go till the break. Big shove again from the Wallabies. They're down by 10 kilograms in the scrum, but they put a big shove on. And Caleb Clark now runs over the top of the Wallabies defense. Driving through to spoil successfully, forcing the All Blacks in from the side, and a late penalty here in the first half. James O'Connor will have a shot at 3 here, or do they put it into the corner? 4 minutes to go to the break, and they're going to put the pressure on. They're going to try and ride this wave of momentum, the Wallabies. O'Connor finds touch. They're about 15 meters out. Ready to go on the attack. 22 out. It's a bit far out for a rolling maul. Pollard. Waiting for the sign. 3 minutes to go. ARW, ahoy mates. Pollard throws to the front. The All Blacks spoil, but they lose it forward. Straight back to Pollard. The Wallabies have it regardless. Salakai Loto carries it inside the red zone. Lonergan sends it left. Inside ball now for Tupou. Big 10-yellow Tupou. Still 22 out here, the Wallabies. Hit Wilson with a good strong carry. Holland gets into spoil. Ikitau with the pick and go. They've held him up. Artie Savia. O'Connor now runs out of space. Damien McWilliams, ahoy mate. One of the great Bledisloes unfolding. The Wallabies have taken back all the momentum as we approach halftime. Inside ball from Ikitau. Nicely read by Savia. Quick ruck ball for the Wallabies. A couple of gaps out to the left. Lonergan's only looking right, back into midfield for Wilson. Short ball for Slipper, who's crunched in the tackle. Well read by Tupou Vai. Lonergan now goes left. Paniela Tupou tries to burrow under. Ikitau with a quick pick and go. Pops it up for Harry Potter. And what wizardry is this? Harry Potter with the try. The Wallabies hit back right before the break. 20 points to 15, the kick to come. Oh, we've got a game on. We have got a bloody game on. 20-15 with the kick to come. Harry Potter with the try. Oh, they had a 3-on-1 out to the left. They didn't need it. Ikitau with the no-look pop pass. And Harry Potter goes straight through. Couldn't have been Jorgensen. Pick number 2 off the multi would have been nice. 20 points to 15 with the kick to come. O'Connor moves in. Just to the left of the post, puts it down the middle. JOC, 20 points to 17 with 1 minute to go till the halftime break. The Wallabies have hit back well. They were being dominated in that first half. The opening 20 minutes belonged well and truly to the All Blacks. The back end of that half well and truly belonged to the Wallabies. Can they sneak some more points? 2017. 30 seconds to go. Daniela Tupou with the pick and go. They set it up inside their own 22. Lonergan looking for options. Goes down the short side. It's a clear tactic. They've just played most of this game down the short side of the Wallabies. That is painfully slow, isn't it? The scoreboard update is just painfully slow. As the siren sounds, it goes back for James O'Connor to clear, and the Wallabies have said, that's enough. That's enough action for the first half. We're very happy with how that's gone. To go into the sheds, only trailing by 3. 20 points to 17. Captain Redbeard, ahoy, mate. He's a wizard, Harry. Harry Potter. 20 points to 17 at the break as we're just waiting for that to update. I don't know why that's been so slow today. It's unusual that it's that slow. It usually takes a moment to kick in, but yeah, the scoreboard's been very, very, very finicky. Very finicky tonight. There we go. 20 points to 17 at the halftime break. We got a nice early tick off the same game multi with Caleb Clark going over first. DJ Shack, ahoy, mate. Caleb Clark scoring the first try. I thought, yes, our multi's on here. I said Leroy Carter was a smoky for try scorer. Billy Pollard. They've both got tries. Probably should have had them both in my multi. Why didn't I? Well, trust me, that's the question I'm asking myself as well. Why didn't I? Not to worry. DJ Shack says All Blacks defense was quite bizarre during that passage of play where Potter scored. They were in so tight. It's very rare that you see the All Blacks just completely skinned on the outside. I mean, it was 3-on-1. It's very rare you see the All Blacks in that situation. A 3-on-1 overlap to the left. Harry Potter didn't need them, though. Went in on his own. Went in on his own. Un-All Black-like. Exactly, Captain Redbeard. Ferdinand says, thanks for the live, but don't ever say again nobody will break the Eden Park record thanks to the referee. I was just reading from the chat room, Ferdinand. That wasn't my statement. That was me reading somebody that posted it in the chat. That was certainly not my personal opinion. Somebody posted it in the chat. It's a very interactive thing that we do here. I read out chats. Yeah, I apologize if it came across that way. It was not my personal opinion. I was just reading from the chat room. Halftime, 20 points to 17. What a fight back in that half from the Wallabies. Just 3 points the difference. Still could have been more, of course. The 2 missed conversions from Bowden Barrett, who has now left the field injured. Could have given the All Blacks a little bit more of a buffer. But the Wallabies, they've done extremely well to fight back. It looked like at the start, the ease with which Caleb Clark went over, it looked like we might be in for a bit of a long day. But they've done well to fight back in that half, and we've got a game on our hands. Game on our hands, which is good, because I was talking about it in the pregame about this is a real opportunity. Would we agree? A solid opportunity. The All Blacks are vulnerable, and it's a real opportunity for the Wallabies to wrestle back the Bledisloe Cup. What a piece of history. Just imagine the Wallabies win back the Bledisloe Cup. What a moment of history it would be to be part of. That's what I love about doing this channel. The pieces of history that we get to be part of. Ella Hall, ahoy there. Welcome along. I mean, we've witnessed some absolute classics, whether it be the Rugby League, the Rugby Union. We've just experienced so much here on the channel. A Bledisloe Cup win for the Wallabies would just be a monumental piece of history to be part of. I would feel sorry for Scotty Razor. I'm a Crusaders man, so as a Crusaders fan, I love Scott Razor Robertson. And it would be disappointing, I think, if he had that against his coaching resume. The coach that lost the Bledisloe Cup. You wouldn't want that on your resume. I know I'd feel so bad for him, but ultimately, I mean, somebody has to get it at some point, don't they? So, Jack, you've got the Broncos over the Panthers as well. Oh, look, I think the Panthers will win quite comfortably, but let me just say, I hope that no matter what happens tomorrow, we'll be covering the game live. We'll be covering the game live here, of course, on the Waste to World of Sports. Whatever happens tomorrow, I just hope if the Broncos do cause an upset and beat the Panthers, I hope that we are at the 80-minute mark, full time in that game, and saying, what a great performance from the Broncos. What an amazing performance by the Broncos. I hope we're saying that and that we're not talking about the referee. That's all I can hope for, is that there's no... Because there's been a lot of... There's been a lot of refereeing controversies the past couple of seasons, hasn't there, in the NRL? So it feels like every time there's a good game, the talking point becomes the referee or the bunker. And I think that's really unfair on the players. We should be looking at the end of the game and going, no controversies. What a solid game of footy. Props to the winner. 20 points to 17 here at the halftime break. The Wallabies, what a fight back it was. Oh, this still hasn't updated. We need Harry Potter up there. That little piece of Harry Potter magic to get the Wallabies within 3 points.
How are we doing this? We're breaking barriers.
How are you guys going out there?
We're going good. We're at halftime at the moment in the AFL football game. Look at this. We're breaking barriers.
We're at halftime here as well.
Oh, who's winning?
The All Blacks are up 20 points to 17.
The All Blacks. Ahoy, guys. We're making history today. I don't know if he said, but I'm over doing live AFL. He's doing the Rugby Union. This is a great day.
Yep.
Ahoy, everyone.
Trevor Humphrey says, good referee.
Just thought I'd pop in and say g'day. Carry on.
How's everything going out there?
It's going good.
Who's winning?
It's a draw at the moment.
Oh, wow.
Scores a level at halftime. So
yeah, that's impressive. Actually, do you want to see? Let's check in how my same game multi's going in the AFL. Oh God, I've only got one.
He's only got
one tick.
Get your ass back to. Get your ass to.
One tick in that one. Jack, you've got the Cats, Wallabies, Broncos, all W's. I've got the Wallabies covering the line. The Wallabies were given 13.5 head start, which I thought was ridiculous. Borderline insulting. I understand that it's been a very long time since the Wallabies have exerted any sort of dominance over the All Blacks, but 13.5 points head start on current form is rather insulting, is it not? So I've gone for the Wallabies to cover the line. That was easy money. Easy money. 13.5. Mark, ahoy there, mate. The All Blacks have gone off the boil. Jack, they were massive underdogs. You went all in. You know what? When I last checked, they were paying $5 for the win outright. $5 to win outright. I played it safe and I just went with the line. But yeah, we've got a game on our hands. 20 points to 17 at the halftime break. Well and truly, game on. Looking forward to a big second half. It was the All Blacks who were on top early. I feel like they lost their way a little bit when, they'd already lost the momentum when it happened, but Beauden Barrett leaving the field, they haven't recovered from that. For whatever reason, Damien McKenzie is not steering the ship. And, Beauden Barrett's a big out. Even though he hasn't necessarily been in the greatest of form. Tate McDermott was a big out for the Wallabies. He left in the 18th minute. It took Ryan Lonergan a little bit of time to settle in. I think he has... I personally think he has settled in now. But yeah, Tate McDermott going off in the 18th minute, that was quite huge for the Wallabies. Ella Hall, who's my favourite team. Look, I'm an All Blacks supporter, but as I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if you were there at the time, Ella, and heard me, but one of the great things about calling live sports on the YouTube, on the social medias, is that all the history you get to be part of. And the Wallabies winning back the Bledisloe Cup would be a massive, massive piece of history to be part of. So at this stage, the All Blacks have had such dominance over the Bledisloe Cup. At this stage, I would not at all begrudge Australia winning back the Bledisloe. I know that that's very un-Kiwi like, but yeah. Stay hunky, ahoy mate. How are you, buddy? A very successful night for your Melbourne Storm last night over my Cronulla Sharks. Melbourne Storm through to another grand final. Trevor Humphrey says All Blacks all the way. It'll be interesting to see how the second half goes, of course, because the All Blacks, they started well and they fell away at the back end of the half. Will we see similar? Will they race out to a lead? JP LaRue says, don't worry, South African soap Australia does the best this season. Stay hunky says, I can't believe the margin is 3 at the moment. Are the All Blacks that awful? Look, you've got to give credit. Look, the All Blacks are not the machine that they used to be. I mean, think about like your Dan Carters, Richie McCaws, Martin Nonu, Conrad Smith. I mean, just go through the names, right? Go through the names of the All Blacks when they were just a dynasty, unbeatable almost. Generational players, they all were. They're obviously not the same team that they were. But that being said, I mean, you've got to give credit. You've got to give credit to the Wallabies, right? The improvement that the Wallabies have shown, especially this season. You've got to give a little bit of credit there as well. Ella Hall, I go for the Sharks in the NRL. A disappointing end to the season. I thought that they were right in the fight there with the Storm last night for a majority of the game, but it was just some key moments some key moments where Melbourne just took control and the class shone through. So 20 points to 17. The All Blacks clinging on to a lead. The Wallabies took all the momentum into the halftime break. Going to be a cracker of a second half coming up. All right, I'm going to have a quick break, and we'll be right back. On the other side of this break, second half should be about to get underway. All right, second half about to get underway. Teams out on the field. 20 points to 17. The Wallabies with the restart. James O'Connor gets the second half off and running. Sends it into the 22 where it's taken by Geordie Barrett. And Geordie sets it up now. The ruck is formed. Roigard digs it out. And Cam Roigard with the box kick. Lots of height, not a lot of distance. It's only gone 10 metres. Contestable ball, batted back by Suolihi. Pollard scoops up the loose ball and gives it back for Jorgensen. Jorgensen. Back to Pollard. The Wallabies just inside All Blacks territory. Running out of options there was Angus Bell, so he angles back in towards the ruck. Taken down just 5 over halfway. Harry Wilson with a good run. 40 metres out from the line now. Lonergan told to use it. Puts the box kick up. It's going towards the sideline. It stays in the field of play. Geordie Barrett takes it. But now it's ripped away by the Wallabies. Geordie Barrett does well to get it back, though, for Roigard. And the Lomax now sets it up for the All Blacks in midfield. Somehow they've held on to that one. Roigard puts the box kick up a little bit more distance this time. It lands on halfway. Lost backwards by O'Connor. O'Connor stays down after that contact. Ball's ripped away illegally, says the referee. There was no clear release. And it's a penalty to the Wallabies on halfway. James O'Connor slow to get back to his feet. Seems like he's all right, though. Maybe just a little bit winded after the fall. No clear release. Penalty to the Wallabies on halfway. So they've started the second half with the momentum. O'Connor finds touch just outside the 22. Pressure here on the All Blacks. That is a beautiful shot of the stadium. The sun is setting. It's a beautiful sight. Fortress Eden Park. Pollard throws to the middle. It goes over the top, though, to the back. And it was not straight. What a let-off. Missed opportunity here for the Wallabies. And it's those simple mistakes They're just costing themselves here. So the All Blacks have a choice here. They're going to take the scrum. And they'll look to set up and clear, you would think, rather than put it through the hands. Because the last time that they tried to put it through the hands from inside their own half, they gave up a pretty simple penalty and points. Trevor Humphrey says All Blacks another 3 tries and goals. That'd be nice for them, wouldn't it? For sure. As the scrum sets. Roygaard feeds, collapses on the near side. Play on, says the referee, as the ball's already out. Roygaard to Geordie Barrett. Goes out the back for McKenzie. Sending it left for Jordan. Jordan now onto Clark. Caleb Clark steps back in field. The pick and go from Carter. Takes it up over halfway. Will Jordan in there for protection. McKenzie goes out the back for Geordie Barrett. Barrett to Satiti. Satiti met hard there by Ala Alatoa. And the Wallabies get in over the top. Fraser McWright with the turnover. A penalty on halfway. Boy, the All Blacks are out of sorts here. The Wallabies are right on top. Ella Hall, thank you very much for the sub. Much appreciated. James O'Connor on halfway. Kicks over to the far corner, the right touch, and he finds it just outside the 22. The Wallabies to go back on the attack. 4.5 minutes gone in the second half. No change to the halftime score. Pollard with the throw. Uncontested to the middle. Frost taps it back down. And the Wallabies release it into midfield. Wilson carries inside the 22. Ikitau with the pick and go. Artie Savia dumps him on his back and wins the turnover. Penalty to the All Blacks. Immaculate defense from Artie Savia. Bite, Journey Codes. Ahoy there. From Sydney. Very nice. Wasted World of Sports is located in Brisbane. As McKenzie finds touch, about 30 out from their own line here. The All Blacks under the pump, but still leading this game, of course, by 3 points. Oh, Caleb Clark's hurt himself in that last sequence of play. Caleb Clark limping in back play. He's managing to run it out, though. It seems like he'll stay on the field. Oh, is he leaving the field? Quint Tupaia comes on. I think Caleb Clark is still out there. Quint Tupaia's come on for somebody. I wonder if that's Proctor. All Blacks secure the line-out ball. Controlling it at the back is Cody Taylor. Almost breaks away from the pot and does so. He's got himself a little isolated here, Cody. Now it goes to ground and a penalty goes to the All Blacks. Dragging down illegally of the rolling maul. Yeah, catch you later, stay hunky. I was actually just over there myself. I made a cameo appearance. Finding touch now just over halfway. And they'll go again at line-out time, I should imagine here. The All Blacks. Taylor goes to the front. Ball's tapped down into midfield. And they're into Wallabies territory. Now staying on the left. Satiti. 40 metres out. Wallabies in over the top, but illegally. No clear release. No release and a penalty now to the All Blacks and a potential 3 points. 40 metres out just to the left of the post. It's kickable. Damien McKenzie steps up. He wants the kicking tee. They're going to have a shot at 3 here. The All Blacks, some points just to settle things down. It's probably the right call. They've been under the pump. some points would be massive. Take the points while they're on offer, is what I always say. An opportunity to spread the lead out to 23-17. Damien McKenzie, has he got his kicking boots on? We saw Bowden Barrett miss 2 conversions in that first half when he was on. Does the smiling assassin, D-Mac, have the kicking boots on tonight? 45 out, or about 45 meters on the fly. He moves in, he strikes it, it's on target. Damien McKenzie, straight down the middle. It's 3 points for the All Blacks. 23 points to 17, they lead. Smiley McKenzie pops it down the middle. Mark Beacon, ahoy mates, from Germany. Very nice. Cheers from Australia. Wallabies put it out on the full. James O'Connor from the restart, out on the full. Back to halfway, All Blacks penalty. Poor restart. Nine minutes gone in the second half, 23 points to 17. And they've put the kickoff out on the full. Scrum down on halfway. All Blacks feed. 23-17. I'm just trying to get this score to update. Scrum sets. Big shove here from the All Blacks. Driving over the top. And now wheeling. And we'll have a reset. Referee says, come back. We'll feed this one again, boys. I might have to... Oh, there we go. Finally, we've updated 23-17. As we wait for this scrum to reset. On the halfway line, of course, the kick going out on the full. The restart from the Wallabies. Not a good one. All right. The scrum repacks. It sets. Roygaard feeds, and it's very solid foundation. The All Blacks now release it to the right. McKenzie to the line. Pops it up for Proctor. Proctor back inside for Roygaard. 40 meters out from the line. Forward pass there, surely, from the All Blacks. And it's called forward pass. And we'll get another scrum. This time the Wallabies with the feed. And yeah, the execution just lacked. Whoa, we've got an ad on the thing. A cheeky little advert popping up on the score summary there. 23-17. And there's going to be a scrum down now for the Wallabies, as this game has just gotten a little bit scrappy. Is it the pressure? It could very well be the pressure building for both teams. 51 minutes gone. Tui Pelotu's on for Tupou Vai. A big substitute. 23-17. Wet conditions as well. Yes, it is a little bit dewy. A little slippery underfoot. We've seen a couple of players just go arse over tit. The scrum sets now. 40 out from their own line here, the Wallabies. Lonergan feeds. Big drive from the All Blacks. But the Wallabies get it out. And O'Connor takes it up to halfway. Lonergan to Wilson. Wilson driven back in the tackle, or Fraser McWright, rather. Alatoa just inside All Blacks territory now as he marches over halfway. Lonergan controls it at the back. Thinks about the box kick. Gives it to Frost. Ikitow now at the back for O'Connor. Well read by the All Blacks defence. The ball pops up out of the ruck to Wilson. Penalty advantage to the Wallabies. Artie Savea not rolling away. And it's a penalty to Australia right out in front. 45 metres out. Is it a chance at 3? Is it a little far out? No, they're going to put it into touch. James O'Connor. 52.5 minutes gone. The Wallabies about to go on the attack, assuming they find touch. They've missed their touch from penalties a few times tonight. They've missed it again, have they? No, yes, it's been kept in the field of play. The Wallabies missed touch from the penalty again. And the All Blacks clear upfield. It bounces up into the Wallabies 22. And Jorgensen now with the high ball down the middle of the park. Taken by McKenzie. McKenzie gives it to Geordie. Geordie Barrett back up towards halfway. Counter-attack is on here. Dummies go straight through Fraser McWright. And he's taken down 35 out from the line now. Short side, Roygaard comes back into the open side. Big mistake there from the Wallabies. These are all crucial moments. Roygaard to Tupai. Quint Tupai runs straight over the top of Lonergan. Wallabies in over the top illegally. And it's a penalty to New Zealand. They will take the 3 surely. The All Blacks. Damien McKenzie will step up and have another crack here. Fraser McWright leaving his feet. "30 metres out, about 10 to the left of the posts. Up steps Damien McKenzie. "54 minutes gone, 23-17. This to put the All Blacks out beyond a converted try and just give themselves a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of a buffer. Damien McKenzie, the smiling assassin. Oh, he's a happy boy. He moves in. D-Max strikes it well. It's holding its line. It's right down the middle. 26 points to 17. The All Blacks lead. They've put it out beyond a converted try. Ella Hall says, "Can you tell me if Mackenzie's smiles are weird?" I don't think it's necessarily a weird smile. It's just unusual to smile right before you take a kick a goal the way that he does. O'Connor with the restart. Keeps it in the field of play this time. Tui Pelotu is taken out in the air. And that's a penalty to the All Blacks. The Wallabies are self-destructing here. 55 minutes into this contest, and the discipline has gone out the window. The Wallabies giving away too many errors, too many penalties, too many freebies. McKenzie bends this one into touch on halfway. 26 points to 17. Cody Taylor throws to the middle. The Wallabies look to spoil, but Roygaard's got it. Sends it out to McKenzie in midfield. On to Satiti. And Satiti carries up to the 40. Quick ruck ball. Roygaard with the box kick. Skews it off the side of the boot. And it's going to land on halfway. Batted back by Geordie Barrett. And it's there for the Wallabies now. It's fallen on the wrong side of the ruck. Lonergan onto Pollard. 26-17 it is. Through the hands now left. Sualihi from a standing start. Taken down just inside All Blacks territory. Ball spills out the side of the ruck. Roygaard clears. Nobody at the back here for the Wallabies. Salakai Loto chasing back. Will Jordan flying through, and it beats everybody into touch. But they've turned the Wallabies back around inside their own 22. Another big turnover, crucial turnover for the All Blacks. "26 points to 17. The Wallabies are starting to run out of chances. 57 minutes gone. Oh, it's a 50-22 from Roygaard. It's a 50-22, so the All Blacks get the line-out throw. I keep forgetting about the 50-22s. 50-22, All Blacks line-out throw. 15 metres out here from the Wallabies line. 26-17 they lead. Uncontested ball at the front of the line-out. Savia now to McKenzie in midfield. Cut out pass for Jordan. Jordan steps off the right boot. Taken down by Sualihi. 10 metres out from the line. It's loose ball. Penalty advantage to the All Blacks. Savia rips it away. 5 metres out, Savia. Pick and go from Proctor. Just a couple of metres out. Penalty advantage still. Roygaard has it at the back. Releases it into midfield for McKenzie. Cut out pass for Tupai. Quinn Tupai beats one. And he's taken down in a try saver. 5 out from the line. We come back for the penalty. All Blacks get the penalty. 5 metres out from the line. Oh, and he's going to have words here, the referee. The referee's having words with Harry Wilson. And he's just going to say, last warning, I think. Final warning. Or somebody's going to the bin. ARW says, rumours swirling. Jorgensen is the next man on the Roosters' radar after Nwanganituwase. Yeah, fair enough. Well, especially since Nwanganituwase is coming back to rugby for the 27 World Cup. All Blacks now. They tap and go. Roygaard with the cutout pass for Savia. Savia angles back in towards the post. Fraser McWright in over the top of this one. But it's still there for the All Blacks. Satiti in midfield. 7 metres out, right in front of the posts. Slow ruck ball. Roygaard sends it left for Geordie Barrett. He tries to break through the line. Jordan pops it up. A nice ball there for Simon Parker. 5 out from the line. Tui Pelotu now. 5 out still. Roygaard pops it up for Tamati Williams. 7 phases still there for the All Blacks. Leroy Carter wants it down this far side. Keeping it in midfield for now, though. Proctor pops it up for Geordie. Geordie Barrett tries to duck under. Roygaard goes again. Quinn Tupai takes the line on. Just a couple of metres out now. Roygaard. Short ball for Satiti. Satiti. Centimetres away. Now driving over the top is Leroy Carter. They've held him up. Held up over the line. The Wallabies goal line defence. Desperation. $60 minutes gone. 26 points to 17. Still anybody's contest. But it is advantage. All Blacks. Goal line dropout incoming. James O'Connor with 20 minutes to go. He sends the restart deep. It bounces awkwardly. McKenzie comes forward for it, and it sits up for him in the end. Satiti, 35 out in midfield. Roygaard loses it backwards. Play on. Wilson dives through and intercepts. Wallabies have it back. Now they shuffle it out to the left. Salakai Loto out to O'Connor. O'Connor with the cutout pass. Hits the chest of Toole. Back inside for Iki Tau. Bumps off one. Bumps off another. And James O'Connor is dumped in the tackle by Geordie Barrett. And the All Blacks pile through. Drive over the top. Fraser McWright keeps it alive for the Wallabies. Pollard in midfield. 22 metres out. Front foot ball here for the Wallabies. And the All Blacks in over the top. Adi Savia, you legend. It was front foot ball for the Wallabies. A clean line break. Adi Savia makes the tackle, pops up, and wins the turnover. Penalty goes to the All Blacks. Artie Savia, you legend. Try saver. The TMO's having a look, though, at potential foul play. Happy to play on, says the TMO, says the referee. Artie Savia gets the clean turnover. And the All Blacks find touch 10 short of halfway. Billy Pollard with the line break. Artie straight to his feet. Rips the ball away. Unbelievable effort. 20 minutes to go. 26 points to 17. All Blacks with the line out throw. Some substitutes coming on. Fletcher Newell's on. Peter Lackey is on now. Rolling out the bench as Taylor throws to the middle. All Blacks secure the ball. McKenzie puts the high ball up. The bomb squad's out. Chasing through as Will Jordan, putting pressure on. But Jorgensen takes it well. And Maxi Jorgensen brings it up to the 40. Wallabies back in possession. Here they come now down the short side. 26 points to 17. Lonergan has it at the back. Puts the box kick up. Chasing through. Mackenzie's under it, though. Takes it well. Gets away from Toole. No, this. Ahoy, mate. Penalty to the All Blacks. The Wallabies. More ruck infringements. Artie Savia with a little bit of blood around his eye. Well, he's not happy about... Oh, is he claiming eye gouge? Artie Savia might just have put in a complaint about an eye gouge. Oh, no, head clash. That's all. My bad. Just a head clash. Just a head clash, I say. Lots of blood pouring out. He's a trooper, though, Artie. He'll be fine. They've put the goo on him. He'll be all good. How are you notice this? Says the Aussies need Nawangani Tawase, and they will go undefeated. Mike D. Theory says Artie is the captain forever. I thought we would never replace Richie McCaw, but then in comes Artie Savia, right? Scotty Barrett was just never... It should always been Artie, right? It was never Scotty Barrett, God bless him. So a little bit of a stoppage in play as we get Artie all gooped up to stop the bleeding. And Mackenzie finds touch. 10 on the Wallaby side of halfway. 63 minutes gone. Time running out now for the Wallabies. Cody Taylor putting in, looks like he might be going the 80 tonight. Takiaho is still there on the bench. But Cody Taylor looks like he might be in for an 80-minute performance as the All Blacks secure the line-out ball in the middle. Now Roy Garg sends it out for Geordie Barrett. Wrap around for Mackenzie. Mackenzie onto Jordan. Jordan steps off the left. 40 metres out from the line now. Tania Godwin. Ahoy. Short side for Geordie Barrett. The double pump for D-Mac. D-Mac feeds it to Quinn Tupai. And Tupai has shown the sideline and slides across into touch. Line out throw here for the Wallabies. Well defended. Still only the one tick off the multi for me. We got it nice and early. Inside the first 5 minutes, we got Caleb Clark. Wallabies with the line-out throw, 15 out from their own line. They secure the line-out ball and carry. 15 in from touch, 10 out from their own line. Lonergan has it at the back. Sets up the box kick clearance. Dumps it upfield, and it's going to go into touch. Not a lot of distance on it. And it's into touch, about 30 out from their own line here, the Wallabies. Time really starting to escape them now. 65 minutes gone. Yes, Tania Godwin says, looking like a better score than the Springboks game. The Springboks annihilated the All Blacks. Worse than I've ever seen. Oh, and Roygaard spills it at the back of the ruck. Cam Roygaard, probably his first mistake of the night. Cheeky little knock on. Scrum down now for the Wallabies. 65 minutes gone. 9 points the difference. And on comes Takiaho. What is it? Literally like not even a minute after I said it looks like Cody Taylor's putting in an 80-minute performance. On comes Takiaho to replace him. Commentator's curse. UFC, ahoy mates. You just need Will Jordan. Nice. I could go for some Will Jordan. For mine as well. But we did get the straight up hits on Leroy Carter and Billy Pollard. So we're doing well. We're doing well at the back end of the year. I'll tell you what, the back end of the year for Wasted World of Sports betting picks has just come to life. We just sparked into life at the back end of the season. 15 minutes left. David Tuakara. 15 minutes to go. 9 points the difference. Takiaho's on for Cody Taylor. And it's a scrum down for the Wallabies. About 35 out from their own line. ARW says, think when the All Blacks disassembled South Africa 57-0 a few years back, it woke them up. Back-to-back World Cups, and now they're the team to beat. And yes, well, as much as I said the All Blacks were vulnerable coming into this game, that smashing by the Springboks was potentially a wake-up call. Scrum resets. Captain Redbeard says, "Who is this shithouse ref?" One of the French referees. Yeah, I can't remember his name. I apologize that I've forgotten his name, but Richard Trainer, ahoy mate. 66 minutes gone. Wallabies with the scrum feed. Big shove from the All Blacks, but it's there for the Wallabies. Sualihi pops it out the back for O'Connor. Cut out pass for Jorgensen. Jorgensen up over halfway. Goes to ground. Wilson with the pop pass. Wallabies just inside the All Blacks half. Kimberly Williams, ahoy. Come on, Aussies. Dig deep. UFC Panthers Broncos is on tomorrow afternoon, my friends. Tomorrow afternoon. O'Connor down the short side. Tizano takes it up. 45 out from the line. Lonergan to O'Connor in midfield. Out the back for Sualihi. Spins away from the tackle. Gives it back to O'Connor on the wraparound. O'Connor sends it out to Harry Potter. Harry Potter with a little bit of wizardry. 35 out from the line now. Lonergan goes and rips it away. O'Connor sends it on into midfield. Sualihi from a standing start. Taken down. 9 phases here for the Wallabies. The tap on. Pangaramosa keeps it alive. And now Dongunu in space. Slips. Gets up. And they stay down the short side. Jorgensen pops it over the top. The kick through. Dongunu chasing. They need the bounce. But Sorry, I'm just laughing at poor Filippo Dungunu sliding on his ass from 5 meters out across the line on his back as Geordie Barrett clears it into touch. Whoop, down he goes, the big fella. Oh, the poor guy. I shouldn't laugh. He just, whoop. You just see the big legs go flying up. Pangaromosa comes over for the throw. 26-17, 68 minutes gone. Pangaromosa goes to the middle. Frost brings it down. The rolling maul is set. The Wallabies drive over the top. Penalty advantage. It's gone to ground. Oh, you can't see that down. And a try's been awarded. You surely can't see that on the turf. But the try's been awarded. The Wallabies hit back with 12 to play. Carlo Tizzano comes up with it by the looks. 26 points to 17 becomes 26-22. And the Wallabies get a bonus point. As it stands at the moment. They don't want a bonus point, though. They want the win. Carlo Tizzano with the try. Oh boy. What a finish we have got in store. 26-22, 69 minutes gone. James O'Connor with the conversion attempt. Moves in, strikes it well. It's right down the middle. JOC makes it 26-24 with 10 minutes to play. Oh, the Eden Park Fortress is under attack. 26-24, 10 to play. Ooh. Mackenzie gets us back underway. Sends it deep into the 22. A low flat kick. And the Wallabies clear. Not finding touch. They do find touch. Up over halfway. What a clearing kick. 10 minutes left to play. 2 points the difference. The All Blacks will have the line-out throw. Come on, scoreboard. You've got to update. This is tense. We can't afford this scoreboard lag. Throws to the front of the line-out. And the All Blacks have it. It's a bit scrappy at the back, though. But breaking away is Takiaho. Takiaho up over halfway. Lays it back. Quick ruck ball. Savia charges into contact. Artie leading from the front. Roygaard, 40 metres out from the line to Mackenzie. In midfield. Nice pop pass there for Lakai. Wallabies in over the top, but now they go off their feet. Still there for the All Blacks. 40 out, right in midfield. Down the short side. Mackenzie, cut out pass for Savia standing on the wing. Big Artie cuts back in field. No advantage. We come back for the penalty to the All Blacks. Come on, this score's got to update. It's 26-24. And there we go. It's starting to get there now. 26-22. We've come all the way back. That was a long advantage that was being played. Damien McKenzie finds touch about 30 out from the Wallabies line. Sorry, my apologies for all the flashing on the screen. I'm trying to get it to catch up. Yeah, the scoreboard's been lazy today. As some substitutes, HIA substitutes. Takiaho throws to the back. The All Blacks have it. Into midfield for Roygaard. Angling back in. And a nice carry now for Leroy Carter. They're inside the Wallabies 22. Lakai sets it up. Heading down the left edge. The All Blacks 15 out from the line. leading by 2. 8 minutes to play. Lakai sets it up in midfield. The scoreboard's finally caught up. Tuipulotu now, 10 out, just to the right of the posts. 5 phases. Wallabies look to dig in. Savia, taken down by O'Connor. Dungunu's over the top. Still there for the All Blacks. They're keeping it in close. Just 1 out from the ruck. Perhaps playing for an advantage. They'll unleash if they get a penalty advantage. Tamati Williams up the middle. Staying on the left edge. Geordie Barrett to McKenzie. Cut out pass for Quint Tupaia. Quint Tupaia goes straight over the top. And the ball's ripped away 5 meters out from the line. But it's illegally penalty to the All Blacks and a yellow card. The Wallabies defender has been marched for 10 minutes. A yellow card for Harry Potter. Penalty to the All Blacks. 7 minutes to play. 2 points the difference. What do they do here? What do they do here? Put it into the corner or take the 3? Decision time. The Essence Identity. Ahoy, mate. Nice live stream. Let's go, Oz. McKenzie puts it into the corner. They're going to attack. They're going to attack here, the All Blacks. They're going for the win. They want to put this game to bed right now. Right now, they want to win. The throw goes to the middle of the line out. Rolling maul is set. 5 meters out. They drive forward. Takiaho has got it at the back. Takiaho controlling the ball. The Wallabies now drive through, but Takiaho breaks away. They've held him up over the line. The Wallabies hold him up. Beautiful goal line defense. Harry Wilson got under the ball. They rolled him on his back. Goal line dropout for the Wallabies. Five minutes to play. O'Connor sends it deep. And it's going to land on the 40, taken by McKenzie. McKenzie's got Lakai with him. And Lakai beats one. 30 meters out here. McKenzie to Geordie Barrett. Geordie takes the line on. Nice ball inside for Tupai. Tupai's got Roygaard in support. And Cam Roygaard gets a double. And that's the match winner. Cam Roygaard. What a performance it's been by the scrum half today. Gets a double. Scores the match winner. Quint Tupai, though, what a difference maker he's been. Quint Tupai comes onto the field for Billy Proctor. And what a world of difference he's made. The All Blacks have won. 31-24 with the kick to come. Cam Roygaard with the match winner. 2 tries tonight. Oh, has it been awarded? Yes, I think it has. Damien McKenzie's got the conversion attempt lined up, ready to just pop this one over from right in front to make it 33-24. D-Mac slots it over. 33-24, 4 minutes to go. What a performance from both teams, though. I'm going to have a quick break. Could be right back for the finish of this game. Okay, so 2.5 minutes to go. The All Blacks are up 33 points to 24. They've got the game in the bag. Cam Roygaard leaving the field. Man of the match for mine. Man of the match, Cam Roygaard. What do we think, chat room? Cam Roigard, man of the match. He has been impressive. The All Blacks have been looking for an answer at scrum half since Aaron Smith. And I feel like Cam Roigard really stepped up and went to another level today. And I'm giving him man of the match. My man of the match. Scrum down just short of halfway. And it's Cortez Ratama who's come onto the field, replacing Roigard for the back end of the contest. 33-24. But the All Blacks, let's be honest, they were given an almighty scare. An almighty scare today. The Wallabies can hold their heads high. Just too many simple mistakes. There were quite a few missed touch finders, things like that, knock-ons at the back of the ruck. As this scrum resets, 3 minutes to go. 9 points the difference. So at the moment, as the penalty goes to the All Blacks, the scrum collapses and it's a penalty on halfway. If it stays as it is, we also win our bet for the Wallabies 13.5 points head start. So it's been a nice day on the punt. Nice day on the punt. I mean, apart from the same game multi didn't even come close, but that's okay. We got the singles. As Mackenzie finds touch inside the 22, although this single is in dire straits at the moment. The Wallabies 13.5 plus is now in danger. The All Blacks, with 2 minutes to go, have a 10-meter line-out throw. Attacking. They could steal that 13.5 points margin. Uncontested at the middle. Holland taps it back down. And here's Artie Safia. There's a man who deserves a try today. Big Artie. Takiaho in midfield. Rocked by Wilson, but stands in the tackle. Ratama looks left. Brings it back open side. Quick hands from Williams. It's a loose pass out the back, though. Mackenzie goes back for it and beats the tackle. D-Mac. 15 out in midfield. Quick ruck ball for Ratama. Down the short side for Billy Proctor. Okay, so Quinn Tupai didn't come on for Billy Proctor. There you go. I'll have to ask forgiveness from Billy Proctor. Pop back out the back for Ratama. Cut out pass now for Tui Pelotu, who straightens. Staying on the short side. Ratama, the double pump. Lakai taken down 10 out over on that far left touchline. Big open side to the right, but they keep it in tight. Simon Parker lays it back for Ratama. Wilson making a nuisance of himself. 1 minute left to play. Can the Wallabies hold on here for the margin? 8 phases. Proctor out the back for Mackenzie. Short ball for Jordan. Jordan steps away from Sualihi. 10 meters out. Mackenzie back in field. Forward pass. Forward pass. That'll be a scrum down. Wallabies feed. UFC says what's on the agenda for the rest of the night. After this ends, I'll pop out and see what's going on in the AFL. The boys are out in the other studio covering the AFL live right now. I don't know if that's nearly over or what, but I'll pop out and see how that's going. And then I'll get some rest because at 1 a.m. the Springboks are taking on Argentina. So I'll be covering that game. What is it? It's 5 p.m. now. That's on at 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. So the Springboks Argentina game. So we'll probably, 420 it up and get ready for that one. Wallabies ball, loose pass out for O'Connor. O'Connor from a standing start. The ball is knocked on, and that will be full time. Knock-on advantage to the Wallabies. No, they're going to play on. Lakai in over the top of this. Knock-on advantage to the Wallabies. 9 points the difference. It looks like we've won that bet. 33-24. Chip and chase over the top. Looking for the bounce. They've knocked it on now, the Wallabies. Damien McKenzie thumps it into touch, and the All Blacks have retained the Bledisloe Cup. Another year, the Bledisloe Cup stays in New Zealand, 33 points to 24. They were in an almighty fight tonight, though. The Wallabies can hold their heads high, just some simple mistakes at the worst possible times. I mean, things that are unforgivable. Missed kicks into touch, unforgivable. But they can be proud of this effort. 34-24 at Fortress Eden Park. They put an almighty scare up the All Blacks. It was far from convincing. Honestly, I think the Wallabies can be very, very proud of that effort. Cam Roigard, hands down, man of the match for mine. What a performance. The All Blacks have been searching for a consistent scrum half since Aaron Smith and TJP. TJ Perenara and Aaron Smith. I feel like Cam Roigard, it's only one game. It's only one game. But Cam Roigard had a huge game. And I think he surely gets the chance to stake a claim on that jersey and get another opportunity to really cement his place as the number one scrum half in New Zealand. Really impressed with him tonight. Really impressed. 33 points to 24. The All Blacks retain the Bledisloe Cup. And I think with that as well, they probably, if I'm not mistaken, would go to the top of the Rugby Championship. Because the Rugby Championship is very, very closely contested at the moment as well. So, well done there, the All Blacks. $33 points to 24. All right, Waste of Water Sports, thank you so much for being with me. As always, very much appreciate it. We will be back at 1 a.m. So what's that? I have to count on my fingers because I'm an idiot. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So 8 hours. I'll be back in 8 hours' time for the Springboks versus Argentina in what should be another cracking contest as the Rugby Championship continues. We will also be back tomorrow afternoon as the Broncos take on the Panthers in the second preliminary final to see who goes through to face the Melbourne Storm in the 2025 NRL Grand Final. Right now, I'm going to pop out and see how the boys are doing over in the AFL. Thank you so much for your company. As always, very much appreciate it. Waste of Water Sports live every weekend. Alternative commentary and, just alternative commentary. Good drinks, good mates, good sports. Catch you next time. Cheers.